On a busy loading dock, a worker makes a critical error while preparing the truck for departure. The cargo is secured, and the worker begins closing the rear doors, focused only on locking the final latch. He fails to notice the hydraulic liftgate activating behind him, starting its slow, powerful ascent to secure the truck bed. The lift creates a dangerous pinch point as it moves toward the main chassis. The worker is completely unaware of the massive plate rising. In seconds, he finds himself trapped between the heavy steel door he is closing and the approaching hydraulic platform. He is pulled off balance as the two moving surfaces rapidly close the gap, facing a serious risk of becoming entangled or crushed. Coworkers rush in to hit the emergency stop button. Always confirm that all personnel are clear of closing mechanisms. Moving parts create critical danger zones that demand constant attention. Before any hydraulic operation begins, establish clear sight lines or use warning signals to ensure no worker is caught in the line of fire. On a busy city roadside, a simple road hazard quickly turns into an instant workplace strike. A crew of highway workers is focused on their task near the curb. Suddenly, an unsecured wheel detaches from a passing semi-truck. The massive tire rolls free, striking one of the nearby workers. The force of the impact sends the individual off their feet. Vehicle maintenance is the first line of defense against tragedy. Ensure all heavy equipment is inspected before every journey. Workers relying on vehicle safety deserve zero tolerance for mechanical neglect. Inside a building lobby, a common act of exiting an elevator turns instantly catastrophic. The elevator car stops, and a person steps out, trusting the floor is aligned. Suddenly, the car malfunctions and drops rapidly, leaving the person half outside the cabin. They become caught between the floor of the building and the moving car. This is a failure of maintenance and a terrifying reminder that malfunctioning machinery must never be used. Always verify the level before fully committing your weight. If a door or car seems faulty, report the issue immediately and opt for the stairs. On a busy street, an ordinary stroll instantly becomes a fight for survival against a massive structural failure. The man is walking along the road, possibly running an errand. The weather is clearly affecting the area, but the man remains focused on his path, assuming the public space is safe. What he cannot see is the weakened electrical utility pole near the street's edge. This pole, likely compromised by age or extreme weather, is reaching its breaking point. Without warning, the enormous pole snaps at the base. It comes crashing down directly into the street, striking the man. The force of the impact throws him to the ground as the massive utility structure lands where he was just moments before. The area is instantly transformed into a severe hazard zone, presenting a clear danger of live wires and debris. Always be aware of your surroundings, especially in poor weather conditions. Hidden structural risks in public areas demand consistent maintenance and immediate reporting. Do not linger near utility poles or large structures during high winds. Distance is the only safeguard against unexpected collapse. In a crowded public area, a momentary lapse in judgment creates an extreme safety risk. A man is carrying a long, heavy object while moving quickly through a gathering of people. He attempts a sudden, unexpected maneuver without considering the potential hazards. The object spins out of his control, grazing his body and causing him to stumble. His carelessness endangers himself and everyone nearby. All tools and equipment require absolute focus and respect, regardless of the environment. Handling any item with weight or reach demands clear space, and the understanding that control must be maintained at all times. At a complex industrial site, a worker mistakenly assumes the construction zone is safe because a machine briefly stops. Heavy excavation equipment is running on an elevated platform near a large pit. A worker observes the excavator pause its operation, believing the area below the machinery is clear for access. He begins climbing the nearby staircase toward the active work zone. His assumption is a critical failure. Machinery must be confirmed powered down and secured before any worker enters the vicinity. As the worker nears the top, the excavator suddenly restarts its movement. The boom swings, and the heavy attachment violently strikes the climbing worker. The impact sends the individual crashing down the stairs, resulting in a fall into the surrounding dirt. The incident highlights the peril of relying on nonverbal cues. Never enter the operating radius of heavy equipment without explicit communication. All moving machinery demands a strict buffer zone. Always maintain a safe, visible distance until the operator explicitly confirms the area is clear and the machine is fully shut down and locked out. In a crowded public dining area, a quick attempt at routine maintenance turns into a serious electrical emergency. A worker climbs a rolling ladder to service an overhead light fixture. Despite the presence of many people and the unstable nature of the ladder, he proceeds without cutting the power. He attempts to work on the electrical connection, completely failing to follow essential lockout procedures. As the man makes contact with the fixture, the live circuit instantly delivers a massive shock. A sudden burst of electrical energy erupts, sending him tumbling violently backward off the unstable ladder and onto the floor below. The failure to secure the energy source transformed a minor repair into a major incident. Always adhere to the highest standard of electrical safety. Power sources must be confirmed de-energized and locked out before any work begins. Never attempt live electrical work in a public area, and always ensure your access equipment is stable and secure before climbing. In a cluttered warehouse environment, an urgent need for speed creates a massive preventable risk. A worker is standing near a corner in a busy aisle, momentarily distracted or focused on nearby inventory. Unseen by the worker, a forklift approaches, carrying a tall, unstable load of material that completely obscures the operator's forward view. The worker is directly in the machine's blind spot. The forklift operator, recognizing the worker at the last second, hits the brakes hard. The sudden stop causes the unsecured load to shift violently forward. The stack of material pitches over the forks, striking the worker and collapsing upon him. The incident is a clear demonstration of ignoring the high risks of unstable loads and constricted paths. Always secure heavy loads with restraints before transport, especially when visibility is compromised. Machinery operation demands a clear view of the path and the load. Never assume the operator can see you. Establish clear lines of sight or mandate spotters in high traffic, low visibility zones. A moment of routine adjustment turned instantly into a high-speed entanglement hazard. This worker got too close to a massive, operating reeling machine. In the workshop, the worker approached the large machine without proper distance. His proximity violated the established safety zone. As he leaned in to perhaps check the component, his loose clothing or a limb was caught by the spinning or moving parts. The machine immediately began to pull him toward its rotation, dragging him off balance. Co-workers instantly realized the severity and rushed to stop the equipment and provide assistance. Proximity is the enemy of safety when machinery is in motion. All loose garments must be secured, and guards must be utilized to maintain a barrier between personnel and kinetic energy. Mandatory safety distance is a lifeline. A moment of routine adjustment turned instantly into a high-speed entanglement hazard. This worker got too close to a massive, operating reeling machine. In the workshop, the worker approached the large machine without proper distance. His proximity violated the established safety zone. As he leaned in to perhaps check the component, his loose clothing or a limb was caught by the spinning or moving parts. The machine immediately began to pull him toward its rotation, dragging him off balance. Co-workers instantly realized the severity and rushed to stop the equipment and provide assistance. Proximity is the enemy of safety when machinery is in motion. All loose garments must be secured, and guards must be utilized to maintain a barrier between personnel and kinetic energy. Mandatory safety distance is a lifeline. Every incident offers a critical lesson. Stay vigilant in your workplace and remember, safety is a commitment. Share your insights below.